Bob Foster challenges Dick Tiger for the World Light Heavyweight Championship. New York, 24th of May, 1968.
Introducing from Washington, D.C., he's wearing red trunks. He weighs 173 and a quarter. The challenger, Bob Foster. His opponent from Biafra, wearing blue trunks. He weighs 168. The light heavyweight king, Dick Tiger.
Tiger gets a tremendous ovation. Good evening, everyone. The scoring here in New York on a rounds basis. There's the bell for round one. On a rounds basis, the scoring and a supplementary point system is used if the cards come out even. They're wearing 8-ounce gloves. The mandatory 8 count is in effect. If a man is floored 3 times in a round, he is considered knocked out. And if a man is floored at or near the bell, the count will continue until he rises or is counted out. Now you can see the tremendous height advantage that Bob Foster has, but a very slim waistline. He's got 8 inches in reach on Tiger. Tiger must move to the body to take that guard down. Foster has a good jolting left hand, a sharp jab. Tiger, you've seen him many times, moves straight ahead, lets the other fellow do the moving. Just moves around in a circle as a rule. Foster has 2 alternatives. He can try for a quick knockout. He's capable of it. If he does that, he gambles that he might not be able to go the limit himself. He's never gone 15 rounds. Tiger has done it 7 times. Foster's longest distance is 12 rounds, and he only did that once. Or Foster could try to win the bout on a decision by moving. Tiger has also always been bothered by the men who move, like Emil Griffith and Joey Archer. Tiger has tremendous heart. His legs may be old, his heart is young. As figured, Foster keeps moving in behind that jab. Tiger is good with either hand, the left hook, the clubbing right to the body or to the head. Foster's best is his jab and his left hook. 1 minute to go in the round as Tiger finds his taller opponent. When Foster opens up, he'll do it with combinations. Tiger's good counter punch there. Tiger is carrying the round. Ten seconds left in this round. There's the bell. Round 2 of this light heavyweight championship bout. Bob Foster, much the taller of the two, from Washington, D.C. Dick Tiger, a lieutenant in the Biafran Army, defending his light heavyweight title. Referee is Mark Kahn. It's hard to visualize a man fighting another man who was 8 inches taller, but Tiger did a good job in round 1. They wondered if Tiger could punch up. He is doing it very well. Now the question is, can Foster punch down? Two minutes left in round 2. While he's using the jab almost exclusively. He's using it sparingly. I'm talking about Bob Foster. Ordinarily, he pumps it in there like a piston, like Ernie Terrell. But he's got to watch out for Tiger's counters. Those jabs are barely getting in on the nose. No question that Tiger has landed the harder punches. Both men are fighting flat-footed. Referee is up on his toes. Half a minute to go in this round. Seconds left in this round. Tiger putting on another surge.
Perhaps the biggest surprise thus far is the fact that Bob Foster is not moving around nearly as much as we figured he would. Tiger, as Don has pointed out to you, has always had difficulty against a moving target. Foster has so many technical advantages coming into this fight that you would think, in spite of along with the height, along with the reach, along with the young years he also carried into this ring with him, that Foster would have done exactly what everybody planned on him doing, and that is moving around, becoming an even tougher target, picking his own shots and making Tiger fight a defensive fight. Instead, Tiger has just been waiting. He has spotted the openings, probably didn't throw a punch in the first minute and a half of the first round, and then seemed to have solved Foster's style. Of course, it's very early, but so far, Foster has not moved around nearly as much as we thought he would. If Tiger has found him a sitting target, he's been able to connect.
Round 3 at the new Madison Square Garden. Bob Foster making a mistake, the experts here think, in crouching and giving Tiger a shot at his chin. That's about the first time that Foster has thrown the right hand tonight. A good solid right hand and a hook. Both good by Bob Foster. Tiger is usually a slow starter, but he's gotten off quickly in this fight. Foster scored that left hook while he was slipping. 2 minutes left in this round. And now Foster seems to be coming on behind that jab. The jab is bothering Tiger, and Tiger is falling for head feints. Both boys are perspiring freely under the hot ring lights. Tiger always dangerous. A minute left in this round. The ring must be very slippery. Foster looked as though he were ice skating a moment ago. And now Foster is using the 1-2 and getting away with it. He's sliding all over the place, though. Foster has the reach 79 inches to 71, and he's making use of it now. Ten seconds left in this round. There's the bell. Round 4 at the new Madison Square Garden. Light heavyweight championship out. Dick Tiger on the left. Bob Foster, the taller of the two. The referee, Mark Kahn. Tiger took the first 2 rounds, and then Foster started to come on. Foster's long reach, long height, sharp jolting jab are making him a tough customer now. He's hitting harder with the jab. And he is still slipping. They scrape the shoes of Foster between rounds. Let's see if it keeps him floating. Now that jab is starting to work on Tiger. There is this possibility. Tiger, fighting a man almost 8 inches taller, could very well hit below the belt unintentionally and cost himself. No sweat that time. About half the round is gone. Both men are perspiring so freely, they're making the ring surface very wet, and consequently both are starting to slip now. I don't think Tiger hurt Foster, but he certainly bothered him that time. A minute to go in the round. How can you miss a punch over Foster's head? Tiger is down! Tiger down! 6, 7, 8, 9. He's not going to make it! Bob Foster is the new light heavyweight champion of the world with a dynamite left hook that caught gallant Dick Tiger on the way in and floored him and knocked him out.
In his first title defense, Bob Foster is challenged by Frankie DePaula. New York, 22nd of January, 1969.
They're wearing 8-ounce gloves. This is for the light heavyweight championship of the world. There's Frankie DePaula, and the bout is underway. Bob Foster, at 6'3.5", is 7 inches taller and has a reach advantage 79 to 70 inches. The problem for DePaula is to get by Foster's darting left jab. DePaula likes to fight in close. He can hit hard with either hand. Foster's best punch is his left hook. He starts a jab, sometimes turns it into a hook, as he just did. Foster has been warned to stay off the ropes against DePaula. And that is Foster down. Are they counting that a knockdown? It is. They're counting it a knockdown. Mandatory 8 count. There's the first knockdown of the fight. It didn't seem much of a punch, but Foster went down. As we said earlier, he's very, very light at 171.5, and he rips that right hand to the jaw. Foster a little bit like Rocky Marciano in his actions. Or rather, that's DePaula like Rocky Marciano. Foster has been compared to Bob Fitzsimmons, a former heavyweight and light heavyweight champion. The round is half over. Some of those jabs are getting in like the one you just saw, and some aren't. The left hook, and DePaula was hurt. DePaula had to hold on, taking a rocking right. And DePaula starts down, and this is a bout in which both have been down. Mandatory 8 count. DePaula waved to his corner that he was all right. 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go in round 1. Neither seem much of a knockdown, but both are hard hitters. Foster is setting up DePaula now. With solid punches, DePaula down again for the second time. Mandatory 8 count. He's on his feet. One more knockdown of DePaula and the fight will be over. We've got 55 seconds left to go in the round. There it is. There it is. It's all over. DePaula down for the third time, and he doesn't seem badly hurt at all. None of the knockdowns of DePaula seemed a crushing one. He doesn't seem badly hurt. But Bob Foster, very jubilant in his corner, has retained his light heavyweight championship of the world. He barely seemed to hit DePaula. DePaula seemed to go down. Maybe sometimes a fighter is all tensed up in the first round, and I think that's what happened to DePaula. Here's the announcement by Johnny Addy in the center of the ring.
The winner and still light heavyweight champion of the world, Bob Foster.
Bob Foster faces Andy Kendall in his next title defense. West Springfield, Massachusetts, 24th of May, 1969.
And round 1 underway. Foster will be using that left all night or all late afternoon. Kendall will be trying to come in close like that. There's that left. Andy trying to come in and do the infighting. Watch Kendall's head during the contest under Foster's chin for possible butting. Kendall stays low, always. We are almost 2 minutes into round 1. Kendall doesn't keep coming forward as much, or hasn't thus far in this bout, as he did against Bossman Jones in their bout in Las Vegas last February. The reason, warning from referee Conley, actually to both fighters, but really more so to Foster, it seemed, for hitting on the break. Good 2 rights, 3 rights by Foster. Not famed for the straight or overhand right, more known for a right uppercut. Again the right. He's using it much more than usual. There's the left. He's keeping Kendall honest. Again the right. Again the right. We're going to show you in slow motion those consecutive rights by Foster, immediately the round ends. Began with a left and then moved into the rights. By my clock, this round was over 14 seconds ago. 15 seconds ago. 20 seconds ago. This round has now, by this reporter's stopwatch, gone 3 minutes and 25 seconds. We are almost 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I don't know what's going on here. I've never seen this before. Mike Morton, the manager of the challenger, Andy Kendall, has just slapped me on the arm asking me to stop the round, and there's no way. Finally, the bell. 3:45. 3:45. Well, let's take a look at slow motion, and then let's try and find out what's wrong with the clock. Remember, Foster has a 10-inch reach on Kendall, 5 inches in height. Kendall coming after Bob, but missing, leaving himself wide open for that right. They're looking over Foster now. He had a relatively easy first round. Willie Pep, sitting next to me, scored it, obviously for Bob. Although one can never say obviously anymore about the scoring of any fight in the light of things that have happened in that vein in the past. But we're over the Scappoose Express now, and I can't understand. Mike Morton, how could that round have gone 3:45? Any explanation from you? Mike just says he can't understand it, and the referee has no explanation. The timekeeper may have slept. We're in round 2. And we're running our watch on this round. Everything happens in fights. Andy trying to be more aggressive very quickly in this round. Remember what Foster said in the pre-fight interview. If Kendall keeps trying to come to him, it's going to cost him. Of course, Foster would prefer to keep him away with that long, powerful left that just moved in again. It's really a marvelous blow. Following our watch, we're 1 minute into round 2. Hopefully that's the way the timekeeper has it. That left beating in there steadily. The word around is that Kendall cuts easily, but he didn't cut at all against Bossman Jones, and there's no sign of a cut on him yet. Look at that left get in there, right over the eyes, where Willie Pep observes, sitting next to me, that now some redness, not blood, is beginning to appear, but bruises. We have a minute to go in this round. Now there's red blood over the left eye of Kendall. Over the eye, that's the bad place. It can drip into the eye and cause problems with sight. Kendall has a lot of rooters here, and he did get in a left to Foster's jaw then. Crowd is very excited because Andy was pushing in tight, landed a left, later a right, but did no real damage to Bob, and Bob is right back with the lefts as we have 10 seconds to go in the round. the light heavyweight championship bout. You're looking at Andy Kendall, who's got a problem with his left eye. They've just stopped the flow of blood seconds before the round started. Kendall in the red trunks and Foster, the champion, in the blue velvet trunks. Foster fighting his fight very easily, and already he's opened up the blood. A cut over Kendall's left eye. Forget about the cheers from Kendall's rooters, because presently they don't matter. Foster is fighting his fight, keeping Kendall away, using that edge and reach, the strength of that left. The momentary excitement of partisans has no bearing. The right went into that eye. Again, the left. He's beating a steady tattoo. Les Kendall can get in tight and do some damage. That was a right that landed glancingly on Foster's forehead, the right side of it. But tactically, Foster is fighting this exactly as he planned. Again, the right. Two left uppercuts by Foster, both missing. One grazing, but doing no damage. The edge in size, the edge in reach, the edge in power, the edge in poise and polish. Thus far, dominant. Thus far. Referee Connolly separates the fighters just above us. The flow of blood from above Kendall's left eye does not appear too bad at this moment. 1 minute to go in this, the third round. Foster, blue velvet trunks, Kendall, red trunks, live and in color from the Eastern States Coliseum in West Springfield, Massachusetts, on ABC's Wide World of Sports. They're right above us now. Tough part from Kendall's point of view is when he does get inside, he doesn't seem to be able to do much. He gets tied up. Excited because he got in a good right to Foster's upper midsection. Foster was hurt by it. He's holding on. You know, those punches really take their toll later in the fight. There, he staggered him with that left. You saw it. Good comeback for the moment by Kendall. The end of round 3. And the first real good action by Kendall as we follow him to his corner. And the young man showing, he's 29, Foster is 30, that he's got some guts, fighting back from a beating that he had been taking for 2.5 rounds. First hurting Foster with a right to the upper midsection, and then clobbering him later with a left that sent Foster reeling back against the ropes, as you saw. Now they're working on Kendall's eye. Here's Bob Foster, and I'm going to bring in Willie Pep. Willie?
Howard, you see it, Howard. Bob Foster's fighting the fight. He's on the outside, but this guy got in close that last round. He hit him a couple of good punches. We'll look for more action now. Coming right up.
Willie Pep, former featherweight champion of the world. Classic great. Best remembered for a whole series of bouts against his then prime adversary, Sandy Sadler. Bouts that live indelibly in the greatest moments in boxing history. We await the start of round 4. And I note that Willie unofficially scored that last round for Kendall. The left immediately by Foster. The crowd is loving the aggressiveness of Kendall. He's got the rooters here. Kendall in red, Foster the champion in the blue velvet trunks. Foster's first title defense. Oh! Foster got him with that left and sent him reeling back, and Bob is in now to try for the kill. He has him in the corner directly above us. Pounding away at him with the left, now the right. He's got Kendall on his way down, but Kendall got courage and strength. He is still standing. Tiger didn't stand. DePaula didn't stand. This man stands. Now, beaten, he goes to the floor. Mandatory 8 count in effect. Kendall is directly in his own corner, immediately above us. That fight is being stopped. Bob Foster, the winner, in the 4th round by a knockout. The time by our watch, we'll check it officially, 1 minute and 18 seconds. Make it 1 minute and 15 as I get a signal now from the ring, but again, we'll check that officially.
The winner.
All right, here's the announcement,
In
and
1
then
minute,
I'm going up into that ring.
15 seconds.
1:15 was right. The crowd
the 4th
booing.
round.
I don't know what they could have expected. You saw the fearsome beating that Kendall was taking. Bob Foster, the winner and still the heavyweight champion of the world.
Bob Foster meets the WBA light heavyweight champion Vicente Rondon in an attempt to unify the light heavyweight division. Miami Beach, 7th of April, 1972.
1 week before the fight, Foster is seen here training. This could be Bob's toughest title defense in the 4 years that he's been world light heavyweight champion. Foster won the title with a spectacular one-punch KO over Dick Tiger in New York City 4 years ago. Since winning the title, Bob has remained very active. He has had 17 fights since becoming the champion and has stayed in virtual constant training. Many experts attribute Bob's crushing power to the way he snaps his punches in whip-like fashion. This will be the 8th title defense for the 30-year-old Foster, who tonight will go against a younger opponent, 25-year-old WBA light heavyweight champion, Vicente Rondon. Let's watch Bob go through some of his training routine as he prepares for a tough 15-round title defense. And now the night of the fight. Here's the challenger, Vicente Rondon, warming up. He's a 2-1 underdog this evening, in spite of his impressive ring record. Rondon is a native of Venezuela, and many of his fans are seen carrying their country's flag. As the fighters get last-minute instructions, the huge crowd is on the edge of their seats. Both of these men are recognized as light heavyweight champions in various parts of the world. And tonight, the issue is going to be settled. Champion Bob Foster is in the blue trunks, and challenger Vicente Rondon is in red. Venezuela's Rondon began boxing professionally 7 years ago, in 1965, when he knocked out Jose Carballo in the 3rd round in Caracas. Since then, Rondon has had 42 professional bouts, 21 of which he has ended by knockouts. Bob Foster going right out after Vicente Rondon here in round 1. That's a jolting left jab Foster's using. There's dynamite in those Foster punches. In 1971, 1 year ago, Vicente Rondon met Jimmy Dupre in Caracas and scored a sensational 6th round knockout, which gave him the WBA light heavyweight crown. In his 1 year as WBA champion, Rondon has had to defend his title 5 times, and he has stopped 4 of those challengers by the 6th round. Rondon is thought of in the boxing trade as a slick boxer. Foster continues to press here in round 1. Rondon ties up champion Foster. And there's the end of the round. World light heavyweight champion Bob Foster began boxing professionally in 1961, 11 years ago. Since then, Bob has had 51 fights, 40 of which he has ended by knockout. Bob likes to send his opponents home early. 34 of his fights have never gone beyond the 5th round. The referee separates the two fighters. Foster is considered one of the best light heavyweight champions in ring history. A crushing right, followed by a left, and Rondon is down. He's up at the count of 3, very hurt. That's what champion Bob Foster is noted for. Ripping punches by the champion. Foster all over Vicente Rondon. It's all Foster here in the second round. Bob snapping in those punches. World light heavyweight champion Bob Foster looking for that one opening. Foster seems to be measuring his man. Ripping punches and Rondon goes down. The referee is screaming out the count. It's all over. Now in slow motion, let's once again look at that action. Bob Foster is considered by boxing authorities to be one of the greatest light heavyweight champions in the 71-year history of the division. Foster is the constant aggressor, ripping in those left hands, always trying to get in that one dynamite punch. Bob's looking for that opening. A crushing right, followed by a ripping left, and Rondon goes down. Champion Foster is sent to a neutral corner. Rondon gets right up, and then Foster moves in on him. Champion Bob Foster is relentless. A ripping right to the jaw, followed by a left, another left, and down goes Rondon. Vicente Rondon hardly moves. The referee screaming out the count. It's all over. A second-round knockout for light heavyweight champion Bob Foster. Foster has done it again. Proved once more that he is the undisputed world light heavyweight champion, destined to go down in ring history as one of the great light heavyweight champions of all time, along with such greats as Bob Fitzsimmons, Billy Conn, and Archie Moore. Not in the last half-century has the light heavyweight division seen a champion with such dynamite in both fists. Bob Foster, a super champion of the 70s,